Hello students, I am Sai Baba here. So in the previous class, I have shown you the first set of questions in the assignment in simple harmonic motion, that is questions numbering from 1 to 30. So in this class, I would like to start the discussion of the solutions of these questions starting from question number 1. Come on, look at the question number 1 on the screen. I am going to discuss the solution of this question. The particle performs a system along y-axis about the point y equal to 0. At t equal to 0, y equal plus 1 centimeter. Velocity is pi by root 3 centimeter per second in the positive direction. At t equal to 1 second, velocity is 0 and y equal to 2 centimeter. Find y and velocity of the particle at t equal to 2 seconds. So here you can observe that the particle is performing a system about the origin of coordinate system along y-axis. In general, the equation for displacement from mean position for the particle performing a system can be expressed in one of the two standard forms. So y equal to a sine so the equation for displacement from mean position at time t can be expressed in the form y equal to a sine omega t plus delta, where a is displacement amplitude and omega is angular frequency of oscillations, delta is the initial phase. So it's given that, and therefore velocity v can be written as dy by dt. Can write y equal to a sine omega t plus delta. A is the constant, you can put outside the derivative symbol. So d by dt of sine of omega t plus delta can be written as omega into cos of omega t plus delta. It's given that at t equal to 0, y equal to plus 1 centimeter, and velocity is pi by root 3 centimeter per second. You use this equation here, y, first equation, y equal to sine omega t plus delta, y equal to plus 1 centimeter, a sine omega into t equal to 0. If you substitute, the term omega t becomes 0. So you get a sine delta. And if you substitute v equal to pi by root 3 on the left hand side at t equal to 0, pi by root 3 centimeter per second, if you put t equal to 0, cos omega t plus delta becomes cos delta. So it's given that at t equal to 1 second, velocity is 0 and y 2 centimeters. So velocity will be 0 at extreme position. Velocity will be 0 at extreme position. That means at extreme position, at t equal to 1 second, the particle is at t equal to 1 second, the particle is at positive extreme position. Velocity is 0. Velocity is 0 at both the extreme positions. So at positive v is given to y is given to plus 2 centimeters. That means at t equal 1 second, the particle at the positive extreme position. So only at extreme positions, velocity becomes 0. That means at t equal 1 second, it is at one of the extreme positions and y is positive. That means you can take the amplitude. So as you know, at positive extreme position, velocity is 0 and y is plus a, positive. So it's given that t equal to 1 second, v is 0 and y equal plus 2 centimeters, which implies that the particle is at the positive extreme position at t equal to 1 second and a is 2 centimeters. So the amplitude is 2 centimeters. Substitute this value of amplitude in the first equation. You substitute this value of amplitude in the first equation. You get 1 centimeter equal to 2 centimeter into sine delta. So sine delta is 1 by 2. So at t equal to 0, y is plus 1 centimeter and velocity is positive. So velocity is positive at t equal to 0. Means at t equal to 0, velocity is positive, means cos delta is positive. So cos delta is positive and sine delta is 1 by 2. So you can take delta as pi by 6. Of course, mathematically, you may get another solution, delta equal 5 pi by 6, because sine 5 pi by 6 or sine 150 degrees, same as sine 30 degrees. But here, at t equal to 0, sine delta is 1 by 2 from first equation, if you substitute a equal to centimeter. But cos delta is positive. That means you consider only the first solution, delta equal pi by 6 or 30 degrees. So you can substitute delta equal to pi by 6 or 30 degrees in second equation. So from second equation, you can substitute here a equal to 2 centimeters on the right hand side and delta equal to pi by 6 radian, means 30 degrees. So cos delta becomes cos pi by 6. So substitute delta equal to pi by 6 radian or 30 degrees on the right hand side and a equal to 2 centimeters on the right hand side of the second equation. So cos pi by 6 radian means cos 30 degrees, that will be equal to root 3 by 2. Substitute cos 30 root 3 by 2. You can find the value of delta of omega from this equation. Come on, those who want to copy the solution of the problem, please take a pause and copy the solution of the problem. The solution of the problem is not completed. You please take a pause and finish copying the solution of the problem up to this step so that I will be able to continue my working. So I'm continuing the solution of the problem. So if you at t equal to 0, cos omega t plus delta becomes cos delta. Already we calculated the value of delta, that is equal to pi by 6 radian or 30 degrees. And a equal to centimeters. And v is pi by root 3 centimeter per second in the positive direction at t equal to 0. Substituting these values here, then you can write cos pi by 6 means cos 30 degrees equal to root 3 by 2. So you get the value of omega from this. So omega you get pi by 3 per second. So you're asked to find the value of y and velocity of the particle t equal to 2 seconds. So substitute in the given values in this equation at t equal to 2 seconds. So the general equation for y can be written as y equal to a is 2 centimeters here. Sine of omega is pi by 3 per second. Delta is pi by 6. So that is the general equation for displacement. So for velocity can also you can write a is 2 centimeters. Omega is pi by 3. So at t equal to 2 seconds, you have to find the value of y and distance. Substitute t equal to 2 seconds is the given equation. So y equal to 2 centimeter into sine of pi by 3 into 2 plus pi by 6. So you get 2 centimeter into sine of, you can try to simplify this here. We get 2 centimeter into sine of 5 pi by 6. As I told you earlier, from elementary trigonometry, write sine 180 degrees minus theta equal to sine theta. If the angle is in radian, same thing can be written as sine pi minus theta equal to sine theta, if theta is expressed in radian. So using this, we can write sine 5 pi by 6 is equal to sine pi minus 5 pi by 6. That will be sine of pi by 6. Pi by 6 radian is nothing but 30 degrees. So sine 30 degrees equal to 1 by 2. So I get y equal to 1 centimeter. Then to find the velocity of the particle t equal to 2 seconds, similarly substitute t equal to 2 seconds in the equation for velocity. You can try to complete the calculation. Those who want to copy the calculation, please take a pause and complete the calculation part. So to find the velocity of the particle at t equal to 2 seconds, you have to substitute t equal to 2 seconds in this equation for velocity. The equation for velocity we got v equal to 2 pi by 3 centimeter in per second to cos pi by 3 second inverse into t plus pi by 6. You can substitute t equal to 2 seconds to find the velocity at t equal to 2 seconds. So that comes out to be 2 pi by 3 centimeter per second into cos 5 pi by 6. As I explained a little before, cos pi by 6 can be written as cos of pi minus pi by 6 with a negative sign. And formula in trigonometry, cos 180 degrees minus theta is equal to minus cos theta. If theta is expressed in radian, then cos pi minus theta can be written as minus cos theta. Using that result here, this you can write minus 2 pi by 3 into cos pi by 6 centimeter per second. Cos pi by 6, cos 30 degrees is root 3 by 2. So you get minus pi by root 3 centimeter per second is the answer for velocity at t equal to seconds. So those who want to copy the solution of the problem, please take a pause and finish copying the working of the problem. And I advise the student to work out the problem themselves separately later. Come on, look at the next question, question number 2 on the screen. The acceleration of particle performing simple harmonic motion is pi square by 9 centimeter per second square. And the particle at distance of 4 centimeter from center of oscillations. The amplitude of oscillation is 5 centimeters, then its time period is. So the acceleration of the particle in terms of the displacement y from the mean position can be written as minus omega square into y. In any example in simple harmonic motion, the time period of oscillation is independent of amplitude of oscillation. So given that the acceleration is pi square by 9 centimeter per second square, at the instant when the displacement y from the mean position or center of oscillation is 4 centimeter. So when y is equal to 4 centimeters, the acceleration on the left side can be substituted as pi square by 9 centimeter per second square. So that means the value of the amplitude is given in the problem, but actually that's not needed to answer the given question. So from that you can find the value of omega square. So you are given the magnitude of acceleration. The negative sign only indicates that acceleration acts opposite displacement. So if you consider the magnitude of the acceleration, the negative sign can be omitted. Magnitude of acceleration is equal to plus omega square into magnitude of the displacement from mean position. So therefore we can write omega square equal to pi square by 9 into 4 second inverse square. So omega square is pi square by 36, which you can write omega square as pi by 6 second inverse whole square. If you take positive root, because omega is always positive, pi by 6 per second. So time period of oscillation you can write 2 pi by omega or 2 pi to 1 by omega. So you get the time period of oscillations as 12 seconds. That's the answer. So those who want to copy the solution of the problem, they can take a pause and copy the solution. So for question number 2, which I just discussed, third option will be the answer. So next I am going to discuss the question number 3. The displacement from mean position. Look at the question number 3. The displacement from mean position, velocity and acceleration of particle executing simple harmonic motion are found to have magnitudes 2 centimeters, 1 meter per second and 10 meter per second square at a certain instant. So if you denote the magnitude of the displacement from mean position by letter y, is given to be 2 centimeters at the given instant. And magnitude of the velocity is given to be one meter per second. And magnitude of the acceleration is given to be 10 meter per second square. So y 2 centimeters, you can write 2 into 10 power minus 2 meters in SI units. So magnitude of velocity in SHM is given by omega into root of a square minus y square, and magnitude of the acceleration is given by omega square into magnitude of the displacement, and magnitude of the velocity is equal to omega into root of a square minus y square. You can substitute the given values in these two equations. Substituting the given value of acceleration, magnitude of acceleration is 10 meter per second square. Magnitude of the displacement 2 centimeters means 2 into 10 power minus 2 meters. From this, you can find the value of omega square. So you get omega square equal to 500. So omega you get 10 root 5 per second. So then substituting the equation for velocity y. So the square the expression for magnitude velocity, you can write v square equal to omega square into a square minus y square. So v can be written as 1 meter per second. So v square will be 1 meter per second square. Omega square we got 500. That's 5 units. Into a square minus y square. So 1 by 500 equal to a square minus y square. So take the positive root here. A square minus y square. Y equal to 2 into 10 power minus 2 meters or 2 by 100 meters is equal to 1 by 500. In SI units, all the values. You have to simplify this further. One by 500. This is 1 by 50 square. Will be 1 by 2500. This you can simplify to yourself. Those who want to copy the solution of the problem, please take a pause and complete the calculation. So if you take positive root here, you get 2 by 50 meters is the answer, or 4 centimeter is answer. So you get the answer as 4 centimeters. So for question number 3, fourth option will be the answer. In case the key is different, please correct the key here. So look at the next question, question number 4. A particle performing simple harmonic force has a velocity of 132 by 7 centimeter per second when it is a distance of 5 centimeter from center of oscillations. The amplitude of oscillation is 13 centimeters and its time period is. So it's given that the amplitude of oscillations is 13 centimeter and magnitude of velocity is 132 by 7 centimeter per second when it is at a distance y equal to 5 centimeter from mean position. Y the distance from mean position at a particular instant. The magnitude of velocity at that instant is given by v equal to omega into root of a square minus y square. Given that v equal to 132 by 7 centimeter per second at the instant when y is equal to 5 centimeter on the right side. A is 13 centimeter, y is 5 centimeters. We can substitute y equal to 5 centimeters on the right hand side of the equation. When v on the left side takes the value 132 by 7 centimeter per second and a is 13 centimeter. Please simplify it to yourself. Those who want to copy the solution of the problem, please take a pause and copy the solution of the problem and try to complete simplification yourself. So you get omega is equal to 11 by 7 per second. Time period of oscillation is given by 2 pi by omega. Pi can be 22 by 7. Omega is 11 by 7 per second. So you get time period of oscillation as 4 seconds. So 4 seconds is the answer. So for question number 4, which I just discussed, fourth option is the answer. See the next question, question number 5. Acceleration displacement time graph of a particle executing a system is as shown in the figure. The time period of its oscillation is. So in general, the acceleration of the particle performing simple harmonic motion in terms of displacement from mean position can be A equal to minus omega square into x. Here x is used to denote the displacement from mean position, which is shown along x-axis. So this equation of the straight line passing through the origin with slope m is given by y equal to mx. The straight line makes an angle theta with a positive direction of x-axis. Slope of the line is given by m equal to tan theta, which is equal to minus omega square. Or you can write omega square equal to minus tan theta. Or you can write omega square is tan of 180 minus theta. So you can observe from the figure, theta is 180 minus 60 degrees, or 180 minus theta can be taken as equal to 60 degrees, 63 degrees. That means omega square can be written as tan 63 degrees in a SI unit. So omega is equal to tan 63 degrees is given as 2. So omega is equal to root 2. So time period of oscillation is 2 pi by omega. So 2 pi by root 2 units, or time period is pi into root 2. So those who want to copy the solution of the problem, they can take a pause and copy the solution of the problem. So for question number 5, second option is the answer. See the next question, question number 6. The displacement time equation of a particle executing simple harmonic motion is x equal to s sin omega t plus phi. At time t equal to 0, position of the particle is x equal to a root 3 by 2. It is moving along negative x direction. The angle phi can be written as. Now velocity at time t can be written as dx by dt. You are given x equal to a sin omega t plus phi. You can put a outside the derivative symbol. So velocity at time t can be written as a omega into cos of omega t plus phi. So it's given that at t equal to 0, x equal to a root 3 by 2. So if you substitute here at t equal to 0, x is a root 3 by 2. That's what is given. And v is positive. V is negative. Velocity is moving in negative direction. Substituting here in this equation t equal to 0, you can substitute x equal to a root 3 by 2 on the left side. When t equal to 0 on the right side. So, a root 3 by 2 equal to a sine. When you put t equal to 0, omega t first term becomes 0. So, you get sine delta equal to a root 3 by 2. It gets cancelled. Sine delta, you get positive. The velocity equal to a omega into cos omega t plus delta. V is equal to, V is negative. So initial velocity we denote by V naught or Vi. At t equal to 0, cos omega t plus phi. Instead of delta, it is phi is used here for initial phase. Sin phi is positive. Put t equal to 0. This term omega t becomes 0 when you substitute t equal to 0. At velocity t equal to 0. So V naught is positive, negative. Velocity is negative at t equal to 0. That means sin phi is positive, cos phi is negative. Sin phi is root 3 by 2. Consider the first two solutions. As you know, sin 60 degrees is root 3 by 2. So mathematically, if you consider the solution of this equation, phi can be 60 degrees or phi can also be taken as 180 minus 60 or 120 degrees. As I told you earlier, sin 180 minus theta is sin theta. The angle is in degrees. So substitute theta equal to 60 degrees. Sin 180 minus 60 degrees is same as sin 60 degrees. That means sin 120 degrees is same as sin 60 degrees, which is equal to root 3 by 2. So mathematically speaking, when sin phi is plus root 3 by 2, phi can be either 60 degrees or 120 degrees. I mean, if you consider first two power solutions. But if you take phi as 60 degrees, cos phi will be positive. But according to the given equation, the particle is moving in the negative x direction at the initial moment t equal to 0. That means V naught means which represents the velocity at t equal to 0 is negative. That means cos phi must be negative. Sin phi is positive, which is equal to root 3 by 2. So if you take phi as 60 degrees, cos phi will also become positive. Therefore, you have to consider the other solution. Cos 120 degrees is negative. So cos phi is negative. Therefore, answer should be taken as phi is 120 degrees in degrees. If you convert into radians, as you know, 180 degrees pi radian. 1 degree you can write pi by 180 radians. So 120 degrees means 120 into pi by 180 radians, or 2 pi by 3 radians. So that's the answer. Answer is 2 pi by 3 radian. So those who want to copy the solution, take a pause and copy the solution. So for question number 6, third option is answer. Then you see the next question, question number 7. Body is executing SHM, which is given by x equals 6 sine 10t plus pi by 4. The velocity displacement of root 20 centimeters. So here the given equation for displacement is in the form a sine omega t plus delta. So compare this equation with this equation. You get displacement amplitude A is 6 centimeters. Angular frequency omega is 10 second inverse. The time t is seconds. And delta is the initial phase, that is pi by 4. So molecular velocity of the particle at the instant when it is at distance x from mean position. We use letter x for displacement from mean position. Given by v equal to omega and root of a square minus x square. You have to find the value of v when x equal to root 20 centimeters. or x square, you can write 20 square centimeter. Substituting this value here, v equal to omega, you can take 10 per second in this equation on the right side. The amplitude is 6 centimeters. X square will be 20. So 10 into root of 36 minus 20 centimeter per second. You can copy down. If you want to copy the solution of the problem, you can take a pause and copy the solution of the problem. So you get the answer as 40 centimeter per second. So for question number 7, second option will be the answer. See the question number 8. Displacement time equation of a particle executing simple harmonic motion is x equal to a sine omega t plus pi by 6. Time taken for the particle to go directly from x equal to minus a 3 by 2 to x equal to a root 3 by 2. This model actually I discussed in one of the cluster problems earlier in beginning classes, but still we'll discuss. This problem can be solved by two methods. So one method is by using the equation for displacement from mean position. The other method is by the reference circle method. So I will show you by the reference circle method, then I will discuss the alternate method also. As I told you, if a particle moves in the circular path with uniform speed, then the projection of the particle along one of the diameters will perform simple harmonic motion. If P is the position of this circle, we call it as a reference circle. When the particle moves in circular path with uniform speed, circular path is said to be uniform. The projection of the particle, one of the diameters, will perform simple harmonic motion. So here, set t equal to 0. You can know the position of the particle. So you have to consider the two positions where x is minus 8 root 3 by 2 here. This is the point, let us suppose, where projection of the particle on the one of the diameters is at a distance a root 3 by 2 here. Here it is minus a root 3 by 2. So when the particle moving in the circular path passes from this point P1 to P2, then the projection of the particle on the diameter of circle moves from the point x equal to minus a root 3 by 2 to x equal plus a root 3 by 2. The radius of the reference circle for the path of uniform circular motion is same as the amplitude of oscillation for projection of the particle of one of the diameters, which is denoted by a here. So you have to consider the time taken by the particle in uniform circular motion to move from the point P1 to P2. P1 is the position of the particle, so the projection of the particle of one of the diameters is at the position x equal to minus a root 3 by 2. And P2 is the position of the particle at the instant when the projection of the particle of one of the diameters has the point, is at the point x equal to a root 3 by 2. So this angle, we call it as, suppose, as alpha. The radius of circle is same as amplitude. Radius of circular path in uniform circle is same as amplitude of oscillation for projection of the particle from the diameter. So cos alpha you can write a root 3 by 2 divided by a. So root 3 by 2. Cos 30 root 3. So alpha is 30 degrees. So this will also be 30 degrees. That means the particle moving circular path will move from P1 to P2. Let theta be the angular displacement. From the point P1 to P2 for the particle moving circular path. To draw a more clear diagram legibly, so the particle moving in the circular path with uniform angular speed moves from the point P1 to P2, and the projection of the particle moves from the point, from this point called as P1 dash, at which x equal to minus a root 3 by 2 to the point P2 dash, at which x equal to plus a root 3 by 2. So this angle is alpha, which is equal to 30 degrees. This is also 30 degrees. So this angular displacement for the particle in uniform circular motion for the given required time interval can be taken as, now we can observe from the figure, 30 plus theta plus 30 degrees is 180 degrees. So theta equal to 120 degrees or 2 pi by 3 radians. We convert it to radian. So time taken in uniform circular motion, delta theta I can write omega into delta t. So required time is equal to delta theta, that is angular displacement uniform circular motion divided by angular speed. So here that will be 2 pi by 3 divided by omega. So required time is 2 pi by 3 omega. So those who want to copy the solution of this problem, they can take a pause and please finish copying the solution of the problem. Next, I would like to discuss the alternate method for the same question. So again, I would like to discuss the alternate method for same question number 8. Let O be the mean position for the particle performing SHM. Let P1 be the position of the particle at which x is equal to minus a root 3 by 2. Let P1 be the position of the particle at x equal to minus a root 3 by 2. And P2 is the position of the particle at x equal to plus a root 3 by 2. At positive x3 position, x equal to a. So we first calculate the time taken to move from O to P2, because of both the point P1 and P2 are situated symmetrically on either side of this mean position O at same distance equal to a root 3 by 2. So time taken to move from P1 to P2, it can be taken to be twice the time taken to move from O to P2. If you start counting time, that means if you are not using the given equation. Of course, we can also solve the problem by using the given equation, but the mathematical part will be more tedious. I would like to solve the easier way. So if you start timing, then the particle is initially at the mean position and moving in the positive direction. Then equation for displacement from mean position at time t can be written as x equal to sin omega t. So here at the point P2, x equal to a root 3 by 2. So if you start counting time from the instant when the particle passes through the mean position in the positive direction, then the equation for displacement from mean position time t can be x equal to sin omega t. So if you substitute x equal to a root 3 by 2, you get sin omega t is root 3 by 2. As you know, sin 60 degrees root 3 by 2 or sin pi by 3. So the time taken to move from O to, that is mean position O to the point P2, at which x equal to a root 3 by 2 will be pi by 3 omega. So the required time is the time taken to move from P1 to P2. The time taken to move from P1 to P2 can be taken to be twice the time taken to move from mean position O to the point P2. So that will be 2 times pi by 3 omega. So answer will be 2 pi by 3 omega. Because both the point P1 and P2 are situated symmetrically at the same distance from either side of the mean position. So whatever time it takes to move from P1 to O, same time it will take to move from O to P2 by the symmetry of the situation. So this is one method. There can be also another method by which you can solve by using the given equation, but that is more mathematical. So if you want to copy the solution, take a pause and copy the solution to the problem. So for question number 8, second option is answer. See the next question. Particle moves according to the law x equal to a sin pi t by 2. The distance moved by it in the time interval t equal to 0 t equal to 3 seconds. The given equation is in the form x equal to a sin omega t. So here the displacement amplitude is denoted by small letter a in this problem. And omega is equal to pi by 2 per second. So time period of oscillation can be done to 2 pi by omega. 2 pi by 2. Second inverse, so time period will get 4 seconds. The time taken to move from one of the extreme position to the mean position is t by 4. Of course, time taken to move from mean position to one of the extreme position also t by 4. That is. So in time t by 4 or 1 second, the particle covers a distance equal to the magnitude of displacement amplitude A. So another t by 4, next 1 second also travels same distance. So t equal to 1 second means for t by 4 cover the distance. Another t by 4 or 1 second it takes to move from extreme position to mean position. So answer is 3A. So I'll continue later.